Hi there, I'm Amar. Welcome to Live Unscripted, where we have a real conversation with unscripted journeys. Today, we have an extraordinary guest. Wanita Alaf Baru, actress, singer, songwriter, musician, DJ. According to your Wikipedia, usaha wanita. So, Dina Nadzir.
Yes, I am.
Selamat datang.
I have no idea how the Wikipedia existed, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea because I was asking my management, it's like, did you guys do my Wikipedia? Oh, you have a Wikipedia? Okay. Tapi kat sini kan toilet I Google myself, so yeah, I do.
Everybody Googles themselves. I do it at least 3 times a day.
Love!
No, just to see how my ads are doing. Okay, so Dina, I start most of my interviews by asking people the question of the roots. Where are you from? Or because that is usually the formative thing of what forms a human being, right?
Yeah.
I am doing what I'm doing because I had certain exposures at a very young age. So everybody has that backstory. Mm-hmm. So what is your backstory? Where are you from, Dina?
I'm from JB. I'm from Johor Bahru.
Okay.
I only
Bangsa
knew
Johor.
Bangsa Johor. Johorian. I only knew I could sing when I was 16.
Oh.
I never knew I could sing before. So I started in the industry as a singer. So the reason I found out that I could sing was because my mom dared me. So we went to a mall and there was a singing competition in JB. And I was laughing at the contestants because she was wearing a gown pengantin. It was
Wedding
a
gown.
wedding gown. So it's like, you don't
Was
have
she getting married?
He was entering a karaoke competition.
Okay.
So you understood why I was laughing, right? So I was like, why you have to do that? But my mom was like, she wanted to teach me a lesson. She said, why, if you're so pandai, why don't you do it? Why don't you enter? She said, okay, I will. So I entered the competition. I ended up winning the competition. No lesson learned. Nothing whatsoever. So because I won kan.
Right.
So that was the moment that, hey mom, I boleh nyanyi. I could sing. So we started entering competitions after competitions after competitions. And Malaysian Idol was also one of the competitions I entered when I was 19.
Wow.
I only knew I could sing for 3 years and I entered Malaysian Idol. So there was a lot of things that I had to digest and get used to.
Right. So Malaysian Idol. How many Malaysian Idols did we have? Because
Two.
Because we couldn't pay the royal.
Yes, it was too expensive. Betul pandainya, ya Allah. So we have 2 winners of Malaysian Idol because there were only 2 seasons. The winners are Jack Daniel.
Yeah. Okay. So you and
Jack Daniel.
Jack
Jack's first season, Daniel's second season. I was runner up for season.
okay. All right. So, I mean, having just started 3 years ago and gone up to a competition like Malaysian Idol and come out run up is a big deal.
It was a big deal, but also I was not prepared for the professional industry.
Right.
I was not prepared at all. I didn't know how to take care of my voice. I didn't even know what genre of music I was singing. I didn't even know that music categories. So I had to go through a crash course. And the worst part was after finishing Malaysian Idol, although I finished second, I wasn't signed to any label.
Oh.
Not immediately. Jacqueline was signed, and then the other contestants, the 2 or 3 of them were signed to a label. I couldn't. They couldn't sell me.
Oh, why not?
Nobody wanted to sign a chubby girl.
Really?
Yes, it was that stereotype at that time.
Okay.
So she didn't look a certain way. She didn't fit the mold.
Ah.
So it was really hard. Knowing this we had to go through this at the age of 19.
Wow.
That was a lot.
It takes a lot on somebody mentally, huh?
Yes, it was. So I got signed to Arwah Johan Nawawi when I was 20. When I was 20, I had to we had to scout for labels and stuff because that at that time we didn't have social media. We didn't have any independent platforms. You need to be signed to a label. You need to release an album. Then you can call yourself a professional singer. So it was a struggle to find a label. I wanted to give up. Of course, I wanted to give up.
Right.
I just wanted to go back to studies because I was doing my diploma at the time. So I wanted to stop and just go back to studies and just follow the plan that my parents lay down for me. That's it. But I had a show after, I think it was like a few months after my birthday. I met Johan Nawawi, and by the way, I am a fan of Nora, Datuk Nora.
Right.
I'm a huge fan of Datuk Nora. So to meet her and the husband, I just starstruck. So we did a tour, and after the last venue, Arwah Johan went to see my manager and said, "Is she signed to any label?" No, she's not. Okay, I'm opening up a label. I want to sign her. So I came out with an album after that. I went to States for a competition in US. I won 1 silver, 1 gold medal. And that's how it started.
Right. So how's the singing career going on now? I mean, like...
I'm still actively singing.
Okay.
I'm still actively singing. Like, most of my gigs are like corporate gigs. But I'm still releasing songs. I just released a song I just released 2 songs in August. I finished the competition again with Jacqueline Victor. I lost to Jacqueline Victor again, second time. And actually, third time lah. Third time I lost to Jacqueline Victor. Should learn my lesson by now.
No. You have to keep trying. Don't give up. I grew up watching Rocky.
Oh,
right? If you watch the first Rocky, he lost.
Betul?
Right? But that's the greatest Rocky movie
Ever.
Right? So you that's your Rocky story.
Okay, jadi second movie dia menang tak? I tak ingat. Untuk Rocky.
Second movie,
dia menang tak?
yes, but really, really slim victory.
I didn't. So, lesson not learn. Still not learn. Tak boleh juga. Jadi, I dah masuk competition kali kedua dengan Jacqueline, I still kalah. Kali ketiga, I still kalah. Jadi...
Right, so who are your musical influences when you were growing? I mean, you started... What was your first song when you did that karaoke at 16?
Competition. Oh my goodness. I still remember.
What is that?
It was Remember Me This Way by Jordan Hill.
How does it go?
Every now and then you find a special friend who never lets us down. Because I tak dengar radio sangat, jadi the only songs that I know are from soundtracks from movies. So that's the soundtrack for Casper.
So you heard the song and just sang it?
I heard because I watched the movie. It's one of my favorite movies growing up, Casper. So I hafal lagu tu. And that time we had like VCDs, karaoke VCDs.
Right.
So the screen kan ada lyrics semua, macam boleh lah. Lagu ni je yang I tahu. This is the only song that I know. I didn't know who Whitney Houston was. I didn't know Mariah Carey. I didn't know all these people.
Wow.
So because I didn't listen to the radio so much at that time. So I'm a nerd growing up. Jadi bila macam, okay lah, boleh lah. Sekali menang. Macam, Mom, I boleh nyanyi lah, Mom. I still remember the t-shirt I wore. How I tied my hair. Semua ingat.
Wow.
Dengan slipper.
I can just imagine it right now, no?
Mom.
Do you have a picture of that?
Mak betul. I don't.
Right.
Masa tu tak ada smartphone and all. Tak ada.
Okay.
So,
I think maybe we have to dig up.
Kalau jumpa bagi kat I juga. I pun nak juga.
So, right now, as an artist, you know, actors and singers are 2 very different breeds of people.
Yes.
Right? I've friends in both. And my actor friends, every time they're given a character or a role, when it comes to the point of the shoot, they kind of freak out a little bit and lose themselves. And then they prepare for it. I've hung around enough singers, and when there's like a concert, they're just chilling. I'm like, what are you doing? Nah, man, relax. Dude, there's like 10,000 people down there. Like, yeah. Then just go and then just
do it.
Kita
orang bipolar kot.
But when they go on stage, the personality is entirely different.
Yes.
And the way, so,
yes.
Is that how you are as a person, and it translates?
I wear many hats. So I tak cukup 2 polar. I kena 3, 4, 5, 6 polar.
Multiple polarities.
Multiple. I think, okay, this is just my personal opinion. I think when a singer gets into his or her armor, your costume, and you put on the
Your
shoes.
batsuit.
Yeah. So you become a different person. You become your alter ego.
Right.
That's what I go through it. Me, as soon as I put on lashes, mak dah ready. Mak dah ready. Letaklah apa-apa. Give me that mic. Ke tepi. Lashes je, belum kasut lagi. Jadi for me, because an actor, you still have to like be a real person. But when you're a singer, you become this person, this persona that you want.
Right.
You shine a different way. And with all the aesthetics on stage, dengan spotlight lagi, dengan asap-asap lagi. Kan, pyro lagi, lagilah feel. So I think that contributes to a person's confidence when they're on stage lah. But if you ask me, I feel that I have more respect for actors, honestly, because I don't think I can do what they do. Like going in and out of character, like, tak boleh.
Yeah, so I've seen that happen. So I've seen singers who try to go into the acting world. They do maybe one, maybe two movie, and they're like, this is too hard.
No, you kena faham. Singers are spoiled. Singers are spoiled.
Right.
What time am I singing tonight? 9:30. I'll be there by 9.
Yes.
Yeah. All dolled up. Dah siap naik nyanyi 3 lagu. 9 minit, 10 minit. Turun balik. You kena faham. Penyanyi spoiled. Okay? Pelakon dia kena tunggu kat set. Dia tukar angle. Tukar ni. Betulkan lampu. Sini. Penyanyi tak dapat benda tu. Kata kerja pukul berapa? 5 sampai 7. 5 sampai 7 je. Tak ada lah extend. Tak ada. So, singers spoil.
Right.
With divas.
Right. Yeah.
So, sampai aku buat semua kan. Aku mengaku lah.
Yeah. So, have you ever thought about really going into acting in any sense? Or you're like, nah.
The first hat I wore was as a singer. Second was acting, because I went into musicals. The first musical that I did was Impak Maksima, the musical in Istana Budaya. So I fell in love with acting in a musical production.
All right.
So then that's where I met Kat Farij. That's where I met Mak Idham. That's where I met a lot of people. So Huzaimi. So they gave me an opportunity to do film after that. So I did Jangan Pandang Belakang Congkak. And after that, I did Rempit vs. Impak Maksima. That was a drama series. I hated it. I hated the waiting. I hated the very early call time. And then after that, during a shoot, I cannot remember which film, I did a shoot. And then I got the offer to go into radio as an announcer. I rejected a few times. But because it's radio, kalau reject banyak kali, I takut dia tak nak main lagu I. So macam, you know what, I go and see you, let's meet up and let's talk. So after that, I went into the meeting, confirm I tak nak sign. I masuk meeting, I keluar meeting, I'm an announcer, I sign. I pun tak faham kenapa. I don't know what happened. Macam blurry. Tak ingat kenapa I sign.
Did they spike your drink or something?
I think so. And then after that, okay, you know what? I told my manager. My manager was so angry. You said you didn't want to do this because you have to focus on music. That's where you're meant to be. So okay, let's do it for a year. I don't want to say I don't want to do it. So tak nak lah kata macam what if. So okay, let's do it for a year. 15 years already. Don't know why, but because I joined radio, I tak nak. I tell you know what, I don't want to do films, I don't want to do dramas anymore. I don't mind doing musicals, but it's still a struggle.
Yes.
But acting is not for me.
No, acting it's so I was an accidental actor. So I used to teach in university, film and TV and stuff, and they needed a lecturer to play a lecture, and I was like,
Hey,
right?
susahnya.
Susah sangat.
Whoa.
So my first acting gig was this series called Gold and Ginchu.
Ha?
Because they were shooting in Lim Kok Wing, and they needed the Lim Kok Wing lecturer to be very angry at the Lim Kok Wing students. I'm like, I do this every day. You're gonna pay me more to do that? And I did it, and they thought I did a really good job, because I'm like, yeah, but this is my job. I had some of them thinking, you're like a real lecturer. I am a real lecturer. And I got into acting. But the more I got into acting, I realized there's all this pointless waiting, and what do I do? It's driving me nuts. So I moved into directing. It's more fun because now I'm the one who's making everybody else wait. That's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay. So even now, even if I have to act in my own productions, I go can we get an AI to do it or something like that? So I understand the waiting part. But what if a Hollywood production comes here and they want to remake a huge musical, but the Malay version? It's not impossible to do with View and all this other levels, right? Like, you know what? We need an actress who can sing as well as an act, who has a Jordan Hill-ish kind of voice. Would you say no to that offer then?
Yes lah, I say. Senang lah Senang lah. You got me at Hollywood. No lah. Musicals are different because I still get to do music.
Right.
And plus, it's always, for me, it's always the what if.
Right.
So if I turn down a job, it means that I memang tak nak atau I tak boleh buat. I really don't want to do. Because if you offer me, like, when I still get offers for dramas and stuff, but okay, Dina, I nak ambil you for drama. Okay, this is my schedule from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day I'm on air. Can you work with that? So that's always their problem. Now I throw the ball, dia apa? So, alamak, tapi kau tan pagi, sorry, I on air. So usually it's like that. But I will never, one thing about me that I don't like is I don't say no.
Right.
I just don't.
You said yes to this.
Yes. See? As soon as you ask me, yes. I don't say no.
It's like the Jim Carrey movie.
What?
Yes Man.
Yes
Have
Man.
you watched it, right? Like, yes, it's the most ridiculous things.
Betul.
Yes. But life happens for him then.
Betul. But I rarely say no, and I rarely, like, really, really jarang say no.
Okay.
Which
can be dangerous at times.
can be dangerous, but I'm actually proud of it, to be honest. I'm actually proud of it because you asked me to jump off a cliff, I'll say yes. You asked me to, I've done stuff that, kau buat tu, ya. Kau suruh aku buat, aku tahu, aku percaya, aku buat. Aku mati on you, bro. There's something like that. But I mean, even if I don't like something, if I'll give it a try.
Okay.
If I still don't like it, I'll still give it a try.
So your new song, has it been out?
Yes.
Okay.
It was released. There's 2 songs released in August.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you got a music video for it?
Yes, one of them.
Okay.
I
So
have
should we
one.
do a music video for the second one? Are you going to say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, all right.
Yes, manager cari funding, not my
Alright,
problem.
Okay. So how are you releasing songs now? Is it on your own or with a label?
The best part about the music industry now, is you do not need to be signed to a specific label. You can work on projects.
Say no to labels.
You can work projects. So my song called Terbang, it's a duet with this band called Expose. So I did a Raya song with them, and it did very well. So we decided to release a patriotic song. That's why it was in August. With the same label. That one was released under SRC Records. But my own song, it was released under my own label, Dina Nadzir Entertainment. Because that one was a theme song for a drama series. And yeah, that's the best part about our industry now. You do not need to sign to a label and be exclusive to a label to survive. You can work with anybody.
So if there are aspiring young singers, musicians out there, right?
Jangan risau.
Just sing.
Jangan risau. Just do your own. I mean, with all the platforms that we have right now, with TikTok, with Instagram, everything, you can release anywhere and still get noticed.
Right.
As long as there's consistency, there's creativity. Because I think people now, they get really, really into their niche. Macam when you're into this thing, they get really into it.
Right.
And they will start digging for people that's like that. Macam when I started writing songs, I like a certain way of songs, a certain type of songs. So I got into those type of songs and got to know more independent artists in that genre. So people will actually do research because everything is like with your finger, kan?
Just is, yes, it
Cari
is.
je.
Yes. So, Are you for technology or against technology?
For. Tapi ada there's macam, okay, I'm a radio announcer, right? I don't like the touch screen panel. I hate it. Especially when you have long nails.
Right.
You cannot tolak like that. Cannot. And then the kepuasan
Right,
when you nak turunkan the fly, it's called fly, like yes, you can't do that with touchscreen.
Right.
Tak best. But how easy it makes my life, yes. I nak cari jalan senang. I nak keep in touch dengan my friends senang. I want to know about my friends, where are they, and schoolmates. It's easier. So I love that part. And it's so easy for me to reach out. If I have anything, if I have a problem, if I have a question, it's very easy for me to reach out. So in that sense, I love it.
Okay.
But roles reverse, aku pun tak nak orang cari aku pukul 3 pagi. Tapi boleh kan orang cari aku, komen aku,
Right.
kau tak boleh pakai baju hijau. Suka hati aku lah. Pun aku tak suka juga benda tu. Jadi yes and no, but more towards yes lah.
Okay. So, speaking of that, comments, right? These days, everybody has something to say about everything.
Of course. Semua biar pandai kan?
Okay? I have a friend who has a podcast. See, this guy inspired me to do my own podcast. And he's like, he never reads the comment section. He said, like, you cannot pay me enough to look at the comment sections. Because he says, I don't care. So, that's him. But he's not an artist. He doesn't care about people's feedback. He's a PR guy who started a podcast. You're an artist. People have to like you. You have to have a certain thing. In the entertainment industry, even before I left, at that time it was just Instagram and Twitter. Now it's X, right?
Yeah.
So I've helped a lot of my former industry friends have a Twitter account and an Instagram account. And it was something that was encouraged. And nowadays I find out that stations or networks are asking, you know what, you need to cast this particular actress because she has like this much following and this much following. And as an actor, you need to start promoting this on social media, etc., etc. So you kind of have to like do the social media things. Do you like doing that, or you're like,
No, I don't.
Hmm.
I mean, I share a lot of personal stuff on my social media.
Right.
At first, I was very uncomfortable with sharing personal stuff on social media because it's a public account.
Right.
But that's the best way for me to keep my memories, to go back and say, hey, I did this, see, I wore this, I worked with this person. So it's better than dulu ambil gambar, lepas tu kena cuci, dalam album.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dalam album, lepas tu dalam beberapa minggu buka, melekat dekat plastik, dah rosak. Negatif kat mana entah. So it's much better. It's way better than last time. But it's also opening up your world to the public and get judged by it and get measured by that.
So it's like we're in a reality TV show all the time.
Yes.
Like Truman Show 24/7.
Macam Truman Show 24/7. Betul, baru nak cakap. So it's to me it sucks.
Right.
With all honesty, macam like I have people following me on Instagram, on TikTok, and they are into what I want to portray, ataupun what I want people to see, and what my messages are in my social media. But it might not be something semua orang agree. It might not. So they have that platform to hentam you balik. They have that platform. No, women shouldn't be strong. Women should be macam ni. Should be macam ni. Kalau aku kuat, beras engkau ke yang aku makan? Marah. Aku marah. Betul. Kalau aku pergi mana-mana, engkau yang bayar petrol aku ke tak? I always believe that your energy that you put out, even in social media, that's the energy you will receive. Yes. If you keluarkan energy yang marah orang, you will receive that. But if you share love, you share.
So what do you have to say to a lot of so-called influencers out there who just put out very negative content just because they know these are, when you see these people in real life, they're nothing like their social media personas, right? But they just put out so much negativity and hatred and anger and frustration and just vulgarity. What do you have to say about that?
I tengok apa yang dia nak jual. Usually they will sell something, even if it's an idea. They're selling an idea. That's number one. Do I agree with the way that they're selling their product? That's number 2. Number 3 is I don't give them traffic if I don't agree with them. Because it's your right to do whatever you want on your own platform, right? So, kalau kau tak setuju, don't give them
So that's the
any.
currency, traffic. By encouraging that,
Yes.
you're giving them that currency, which is traffic.
Yes. If you
Right.
give them negative comments, but it's still traffic. If you comment banyak-banyak, you hentam pun, you still want that. They want the 200 comments. They want that attention. So if you're giving them the attention, you're giving them what they want and the easiest way. But it's on them if it doesn't last long. That's on them because it's not genuine. So I believe that kalau you fake anger lah, you fake sekejap je. It won't last because macam dia tak ada idea lain. Because
Right.
it's an idea
And then
kan.
the next time you do it, people go like, doing it again. Okay. So how do you promote your albums or your songs now? What is the angle that you do to promote it?
I don't know because I have this real talk kan? Real talk
Real
kan?
talk, unscripted.
Real talk kan? I am a radio announcer. So my songs are not played on other radio stations. Because I'm an exclusive talent to a radio station. Of it. So if I promote, I'll promote it on my digital platform. So usually I'll promote it like normally straightforward. I have a new song, or it's just the moments that I have during the day. I will just put on my music as the background music in the video. So that's the best way, and that's actually the most common way people are doing it right now. They like a song, they have a video, they have to mute the video because the conversation that is going on in the video, so they will just mask it with the song. So that's the best way. The best platform is for music to me is TikTok. I tried, and the best platform for music is TikTok, but the best platform for my audience is Instagram. Because everybody is different. So my best platform is Instagram, but for my music it's TikTok.
Okay. So yesterday we had somebody who was talking about the entertainment industry in terms of the film and TV.
Yeah.
And the hopes weren't really going very high up, saying like, yeah, it's just like. So the music industry has always been very different, right?
Yeah.
I just saw a podcast of Tony Fernandez today about how he started a lot of the local music in terms of dangdut,
Betul.
nasyid, and everything else, right?
Betul.
Tony Fernandez started nasyid in Malaysia. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Right? The thing was because he got the group and they were in Sungai Penchala, and this was when they were known as Alarkam. And Tony Fernandez didn't want to sign them up because he was afraid that if they're going to get in trouble and we're going to get in trouble with them. So after the Alarkam phase was over, then he signed them up, and it did really well.
Yeah.
So the local music industry has always had a different feel to it because it's our music, it's our music, right? But how is it now? I shared stories of how I've seen actor friends or artist friends who used to be leads and heroes and stuff like that, and now selling burger,
Betul.
ada yang dah jadi asnaf, benda-benda macam tu. How is it in the music industry? Is it going forward somewhere, or is it stagnating, or is it like?
It's so. I feel that if you I take my sister Arwah Adibah as best example because she was singing till the day she passed.
Yes.
So if one thing about the music industry, I feel that it's anywhere in the world, it keeps on evolution keeps on kan. Jadi you have to be okay with the change. You have to be okay with evolving. You have to be okay with moving forward, and don't take moving forward as going backward, because every musician dia ada ego sendiri. Memang musicians are the most egoistic person in the world, by the way.
Because they know they have talent.
Because they know they have talent, and diorang rasa macam music diorang paling on. Aku pun fikir begitu, jangan risau. Jadi because of that, and oh no, everybody has to listen to me, everybody has to follow me, because they have the power. Have you ever seen Noh Saleh jual CD dekat tepi padang, and tiba-tiba padang tu penuh? I've seen that before, and I've seen how people go crazy over hujan sampai sanggup boo other bands because how powerful they are, and they know that they have that power through music. Arwah, because I boleh cakap arwah Adibah pada dia tak ada dan dia kakak I. I'm not asking arwah Adibah to pakai macam Gen Z. No, that's not the evolution that I'm talking about. It's just for you to stay consistent, and at the same time you have to stay current, relevant. You have to stay relevant.
So I would say examples of people like Madonna, or Cher, right?
Diorang
it's so
diorang reinvent. But if you're stuck in your own ways, it's so difficult for you to go forward because people are consuming music in a different way, and it keeps changing every few years, kan? Jadi if orang macam sekarang orang nak beli album, memang tidak. People don't buy albums anymore.
Spotify.
Yes, people stream music. But if you refuse to do that and you're still adamant, no, aku jual album je. Macam mana how people gonna get your music? You have to go to that platform so that dia benda tu reach. Itu je. Macam you can still sell albums. Those albums are now called merch. Semua tu dah jadi merchandise.
Right.
Even vinyl pun orang keluarkan balik. But those are all called merch now. Jadi it's streaming. Streaming is but if you refuse to go there, how? And you have to understand your market as well. Even my mom doesn't listen to those type of sound anymore. I mean, yes, she listens to those ABBA punya ABBA punya melody, storytelling. But don't stay at that music arrangement. You get what I mean or not? So faham tak? Dia macam kalau you masih bunyi MIDI, macam mana macam mana duduk dalam bilik kau pegang keyboard 8 track settle. Orang tak buat dah macam tu.
Only the 3 minor keys all the time.
Itu je. Lepas tu balik-balik situ. And then storytelling. People are consumers are so into storytelling now.
Yes.
They're very adventurous when it comes to storytelling. And there's always hidden meanings in every story, like how Hale writes his songs, how Malik writes his songs. And these are all really, really quality songwriting, lyricists. Tapi kalau kau masih aku terpaksa tinggalkan kau sebab aku jatuh cinta dengan orang lain. Why? Jatuh cinta lah. Suka hati kau. Marah.
So now with streaming platforms, people are no longer buying albums. Macam mana artis buat duit sekarang?
Shows. I have no idea, babes. Tapi shows lah kot. Ikhlas sangat ke?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I mean,
because I see some older artists, singer friends of mine, who are trying to do comeback music stuff, but because they've gone for too long, stuck with the old thing. People, the ones who are coming to their shows are also dah macam bau tanah dah kalau pergi konsert.
Alah, sian. Itulah. There was an idea. My friend asked me, "Do you want to do a playlist ataupun a podcast playing old school songs, like really retro, like 70s and 60s?" And then aku nak interview siapa? Aku nak duduk tepi kubur ke nak interview orang? Macam mana? Apa? Masalahnya kau nak podcast, memang kena ada interview lah.
Right.
So for me, singers they make money by shows. To me, because that's how I'm paid, by shows. Unless macam for YouTube, yes, you have income, you have all the streaming punya income.
But it's very small.
It's very small, especially when you're signed to a label. So, but because of dia punya, it's more macam it's spread out more. Lebih ramai consumer will actually get your music. So you actually get shows more frequently than last time.
Right.
I was so moved by one quote. If you're born in the 70s, you grew up in the 90s, and then you're still living in 2024, means you lived 5 decades. Two millennials. Faham tak?
Yes.
80s, 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020. That's
You still listen to music from the 70s.
You still listen to music from the 70s, and you live 2 millennia, so you have 2 different worlds.
Yeah.
You're not even 50 yet.
Oh yes. Oh Lord, yes.
Tapi,
You're depressing me, Dina.
Tapi you nampak perubahan tu. You can see the change daripada dulu how our parents consume music and how they go for shows and how frequent the concerts are
Yes.
to now how often a singer comes out with a song. I came out with 2 songs in 1 month. So it's how frequent the songs come out and how high the demands are
It's
now.
just more about content flooding the
It
market.
is.
right?
Content is king now. Content is king. Macam one song last time, if Fauzia Latif released a song, that song can sustain for 2 years. That one song can sustain for 2 years. Now 3 months, orang dah lupa. The hype is over.
The Balik Kampung song, Sudirman, is up to now.
forever,
That's forever, right?
Definitely.
Alright.
Those are evergreen.
So why don't we not have evergreen songs like that? We used to have so
Yeah.
much more in every language.
Okay, betul.
I'm fortunate enough to have grown up in an era where I listen to Malay songs, English songs, Tamil songs. I don't quite like Hindi songs, but my mom liked Hindi songs, so Hindi songs. And I can see whatever you say applies to all
Yeah.
genre,
Yeah.
right? But the evergreen of every language is evergreen. Now the problem with songs today is like they come at that moment. It's like virality. Virality is key,
Betul.
right? Viral seminggu,
Betul?
2 minggu.
Max
Lepas tu-
3 bulan.
Yeah,
Max.
you can't even remember the lyrics of it anymore. But let's look at something like Backstreet Boys. Every time Backstreet Boys would have a concert, I would always find a way to go.
McLean, I love you.
Right? I find a way to go to the concert, right?
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of older people who have back problems and things like that trying to dance to it. But hey, this will fill up the house, right?
Sakit pinggang. Tapi nak joget.
Yeah.
Tapi nak joget tapi sakit pinggang.
So, but these are songs that made an impact.
Yeah.
Now, in the world where people are just hashing out content, I'm quite sure that research time is not there. The heart and soul you put into it is not there. So, do you feel bad that quality is not there but quantity is there?
Yes. Yes, I do feel bad that the quality is not there, but the quantity is there because I feel that every single product that you release has to be special. Every single, whatever platform. It has to be special every single time. Why evergreen songs they last is because the quality. Tak ada satu evergreen song pun yang tak berkualiti.
Yeah.
Tak ada. So
It's like perfect songs.
yeah, and these are the songs that you listen again macam apa dah dalam kepala diorang masa diorang tulis lagu
Yeah.
ni. Tapi okay, pendapat you. I need your opinion because I am stuck. If you had a choice to release one song, would you want that song to be viral or evergreen? And you only have budget for one song.
Evergreen. Because I want it to last me.
Yeah, tetapi macam mana lagu tu nak naik walaupun dia ada quality untuk evergreen.
It'll probably come up after I die. Because like, this is the guy that died. This is what make it go viral.
Yeah, so this is the thing for singers, for musicians, for music producers, because an evergreen songs mesti pick up lambat. Pick up mesti lambat because they don't follow the trend. So that's not the song list yang people search for. Those are not the style that people search for. But when they do make it, they will last. They will carry on through time. But to get there, especially nowadays, things are so fast. You want people to dengar. Then there's also this other way. You have to think about kalau aku buat keluar lagu viral, if I release a viral song, my name is out there, then I can release an evergreen song. But you'll forget because this song worked. You
Now
will
you
want
gotta
to
do the same thing
release
again and again and again.
the same recipe. So
Right.
because art is so subjective.
I remember being in it was a personal development forum with Tony Robbins, and Pitbull was flown in just for that.
Hello tak? Handsome kan?
He's a good-looking guy,
Ya kan?
right?
Kenapa aku tak ada kat situ?
This is in Singapore.
Alah.
Yeah,
Susah.
they don't come here for lots of reasons. He gave a 2-hour workshop on sustainability of focus, and he said, in today's world, the challenge is he needs to create a hook or he loses his head.
Betul.
And I was so stuck. I'm like, this man is brilliant. why is he singing songs about ass and stuff like that? And like so distasteful, right?
Betul.
And then he tries to plug in his message in between. So if you hear Pitbull songs, there's some motivational messages inside there. You're like, Pitbull song, motivational message? There is. Because when he broke it down for us in the seminar, I'm like, oh, now that lyric makes sense. So even at that level, they are having that challenge. So music is a very powerful tool.
Yes.
When I do training, workshops, seminars, or even when I do movies or whatever it is, the music changes everything, right? You put a good music, like, oh my God,
Betul.
it transforms everything.
Betul.
I don't know if you know who Rajinikanth is.
Of course I know
everybody knows
Rajinikanth.
Rajinikanth, right?
Of course I know.
Right. If you see Rajinikanth movies without the sound effect and the music, it's just like a crazy guy just waving around, right? It's true. Because Rajinikanth can't really dance, can't really act, can't really do much things. But the music.
Tapi dia boleh tangkap pisang dengan gigi. Come on.
Because the sound effect makes it. Otherwise, it just like sounds like a crazy guy, just like right, like a daredevil, right? I'm not targeting any Indian fans to watch my podcast, so I think I'll be safe. Most people already think I'm Malay, so it's fine.
I love you, Rajinikanth.
So music makes a difference, and music, like if I have a really bad day, I have a list of songs that I put on that helps me with my mental health issues, my mental problem. But you see a lot of singers who are great singers who off themselves or something happens to them. Chester Bennington. I love Chester Bennington. Such powerful lyrics.
Yep.
I couldn't imagine him offing himself just like that. And today, Liam Payne.
Yes.
I was like, what?
Yes.
He was on such a, he was
He
31
was
years
on
old.
top of his game.
Right, he was 31. And just like that.
Sama dengan Kurt Cobain.
Right,
Sama.
greats,
Yeah.
right? So these are people who bring so much mental health clarity and peace to so much people. What happens to them? Why can't they take their own medicine?
I was diagnosed with mild depression in
Oh,
March.
Okay.
So that was, I wish I didn't know. I really wish I didn't know. But if you knew how much people that you touch, how much people's suffering that you actually tell to people, you become their voices.
Right.
So benda tu, it's actually a powerful tool if you accept it. If you accept it. I mean, the pressure is always going to be there. You knew when you got into the spotlight, you knew the heat was there. Tapi I don't know how. I'm still struggling to find a way out of the pockets that I have sometimes. When people look at you, you're so cheerful, you're so bubbly, you're so happy all the time. Not all the time.
Yes. That's the dark side about depression, right?
Yes, that's the dark side. Not all the time. And I have no idea what triggers me either. So I don't know how to help myself either. But the only way that I know is to reach out. I talk to my friends a lot. I talk to them on a daily basis. I have a list of people that I message every single day. Every single day. And I'm consistent about it. So if, say, one day I don't message, carilah aku. Mungkin aku dekat bawah kereta ke apa benda, tolonglah cari aku dalam bilik terkurung ke apa benda, tolonglah. So, but yeah, I don't know, as a performer, I don't know how to help myself. I don't. If I knew, I would voice out how to do this. But these are strong people like Chester. They're strong people. But they succumb to depression. Even, siapa tu comedian tu? Robin Williams. Sama juga.
I still haven't gotten over that. I still can't watch his movies.
Betul. Sama
I still
juga.
cannot. No, I cannot do it.
I feel, but this is just my personal opinion, it's so important for me to make people around me happy, to make people that knows me happy, because I know how it feels to be unhappy. So, and I read that from Robin Williams.
Oh.
So, I mean, like, okay, as soon as you leave the house, no. Monsters, quiet. You stay inside. But the one thing about me, I suka bercerita. I akan bercerita. So, if anything happens, if I feel a certain way, I will tell someone. But I don't know. I don't know how but that's also their personality kan, because they have that darkness in them.
Yeah.
They write beautiful songs.
Yes. It brings out the best performances. Like every time, Linkin Park was huge when I was in my 20s. While I was just using that to heal myself, you have to understand the dark point that lyric came from.
Yeah.
Right? He had to be in a much darker place to come up with
Betul.
lyrics like that and sing it with such passion.
A few weeks before Chester passed, I saw an interview. He was trying to reach out. He was just, I'm okay when my family's around, I'm okay, but when I'm alone, these monsters are talking to me. They're putting ideas in my brain.
Oh, God.
So he was actually reaching out. Cuma orang tak perasan kot. So that one, macam, that's so relatable. Could
Right.
relate to that sangat-sangat. It's scary sometimes.
So how was that with that part of artists having these issues struggling with? Because I've known a few artists. Some of them deal with drugs. Some of it deal with some other things. I know some singers who were great singers who are just now doing some menial work because they just
Can't take it
can't take it anymore. The drugs just took everything from them.
I don't know, babes. I really don't know, because I feel that the people around, for me, that works. For me, the support system, the people around me, the love that people share around me, that works. Every time I'm in a dark place, I will just text someone. I will just divert my attention. So they do that for me.
Right.
These people, they do divert
So
my
having that
attention.
support
Yeah, it's
is
that
very
one
crucial.
this is the most important, I feel, to me. Because if you start taking drugs or something like that, it will just be test kecap je.
Then you gotta get more and more and more.
Yeah, and you get dependent on it. Jadi macam I don't know, because I don't. Jadi aku tak tahu macam mana. Hari ni I had an interview with a doctor pasal mental health. Because 10-10 hari tu was mental health day.
Right.
So I had a doctor, and the doctor told me that dia punya nisbah is 1 out of 4 people have depression. 1 out of 4. Whether they want to address it or not, whether they
It's there.
acknowledge it or not, accept it or not, is a different story. But 1 out of 4, that's high. Itu
1, 2, 3, 4.
ada someone. Ada. Hi. Tak apa, ada mengaku. Tapi it's yeah, I feel that be honest with yourself. Always be honest with yourself. Lepas tu, do what works for you. No shortcuts.
Right.
Just no shortcuts. I mean, I tak berani nak cakap because everybody is different. So how they handle, sometimes talking to people pun tak, it doesn't work.
Right. You're just like, oh gosh, shut up. Stop being so positive all the time.
Yeah. No, I hate it when my friends are positive. I hate it. My friends are supposed to be real, not positive. Macam, no, you can do it. Like really. Like really. Okay, kita tak boleh buat. Apa yang kita boleh buat lah, kat sebelah kedai tu ada sushi, kita pergi makan dia. Itu baru real.
Right.
So I love it when my friends are real. I'm so blessed with real friends.
Awesome. So what is your process now? So singing, DJing, the musicals. Right? Hosting. If you want to get into that mind space, because we talk about mental health, right? You have to be in a particular mind space to come up with a particular type of song. So what is your process into getting that right now? To come up with, let's say you have a song in you, and you don't know what the song is. So do you have a process of how you get that song out?
I don't, because I don't write.
Do you go to just chat GPT and go like,
boleh try lah.
write a new Dina Nadzir song?
Sekarang dah banyak AI lah.
Right.
Kenapa bagi idea? Tak payah tahu.
Real friend mah.
Real friend. No, usually my process is, if I have a melody in my brain, or if I have a certain quote or something that I want to put in lyric, I will write it on the spot. I will actually keluarkan voice note and just sing on the spot. Saya belajar daripada Charlie Puth. So he does that. So I have to do that, or else I won't remember. But I don't write songs often. So that's also that's why I don't stress when macam apa melody that'll come back to me. But it for me it's more about adjusting to work. Macam okay, I don't know why when I'm doing my radio stuff, this is my personality. When I'm on stage as a host, this is my persona. When I'm as Dina as a singer, this is my alter ego. So I don't know why that happens.
So who is Dina? Is just Dina.
I don't. Dina is Faradina. That's my real name. Faradina is very simple. She's extremely simple. She gets entertained easily. She laughs every other word, which annoys my mom very much. Can you talk normally? Cannot. So I'm very simple. I'm extremely simple. Me as a professional, on the other hand, I have demands. I have demands. But I'm very simple. I'm a very simple girl. I love that my life is so simple. I love it. What makes me happy, Faradina, what makes me happy is when I wake up in the morning, have my coffee, breakfast, my favorite part of the day, have lunch with friends, maybe go for a swim in the afternoon or shopping. Shopping is best lah, shopping. Tapi kadang-kadang susah sikit bila tak gaji. Jadi, I need to do something. Petang, kena buat something. Malam, I'll be with friends. And the best thing is actually sitting home, eating home cooked food, watching movie. Simple needs. You ajak I travel. Kalau I think if I'm the type of person who travel pun tak boleh often. So if you ajak macam okay, this month nak pergi sini, next month penat lah weh. I prefer to just sit home, watch Netflix ke, watch TV, and that's it. With a hot bowl of instant noodle love.
So what's on your Netflix roster now?
Ooh, I just finished watching The Bridge. I love it so much. I even told Susan and Castor, I suka. I am recommended to watch Monster next. So I'm going to watch Monster maybe tonight lah kot. Kalau aku boleh survive. Aku ngantuk ke apa kan. Aku macam, because I am that type of person, kalau I tak faham, I will repeat that same episode just to watch it. By the way, I'm an overachiever. So macam aku kena faham semua. Whatever people say tu aku macam dia kena masuk. Or else I tak puas hati. So that's on my roster. I've been recommended to watch Salon on View because I love horror movies. That's one of my favorite is horror, action, thriller. Tu paling suka.
Rom-coms are like writing
Excuse
rom-coms
me,
are like
hidup tak pernah indah tau.
That's why it's fiction, it's fantasized.
Hidup tak pernah indah. Mana ada orang nak duduk tepi jalan propose kat engkau. Tak ada. Benda tu tak wujud. Real sikit. So, comedy pun I jarang sebenarnya. I just realised this recently. Comedy pun I jarang tengok. Romantic lagi lah tak nak tengok. Macam, really? Like really?
I should write a rom-com musical and say like, hey Dina, you know what?
I will still say yes.
I
Tak
wrote
payah
this.
habiskan soalan kau. I will still say yes. Tak payah habiskan. I will still say
And
yes.
I write all these scenes that you say cannot happen for that movie, and then I'm like, Dina, you see, remember that
It's
part?
a movie. Dia macam bila tengok pun macam I will come tergalak and say it's the best movie ever. And macam real life tak ada benda ni. Tipu. Macam siapa punya idea Amar? Tipu. Because this doesn't happen in real life.
So what's next for Dina Nadzir?
Ooh. There's so many things planned. I have a few songs that I'm recording. I recorded also. There's a few other projects that I wish I could say, but I can't say it just yet. I can't tell something that doesn't belong to me yet. Real kan? I have a movie coming out soon. Takut, but I have a friend yang cakap by the time movie tu keluar dia tak ingat dah. Karakter dia tak ingat dah cerita tu pasal apa. Now I understand because I interview people and when they come to promote their movies and stuff, I will ask them, okay, character you apa, semua. Lepas tu, before this I couldn't understand why diorang tak ingat. Now I do, because the movie was shot 3 years ago. So now it's like, kalau dia keluar, character you nama apa? Entah. You jadi apa? Entah. I really can't remember.
Wow.
So, padahal I tak berlakon selalu pun. Pun aku tak ingat.
Right.
So, that's that. I have a few songs coming up. Radio. It's my 15th year in radio.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's a few plans. But tak boleh cakap. Sakit hati. Maafkan saya.
Alright,
Dia jadi. Jadi awak patah balik dekat podcast ni and Dina nak try cakap pasal ni sebenarnya ketika itu.
That's a good book. Alright, so that's our podcast with Dina Nadzir. I hope you guys enjoyed it.